Hey guys, welcome back to the Funny Business Podcast, where we discuss conspiracies, strange happenings, and general nonsense. I am here with special guests Collin, McGhee, and Everett, Durrel. Guys, how are you doing today?
Doing all right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much.
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
Thank you for asking. I'm doing fine. First question, guys. How do you feel about Wyoming?
What's Wyoming?
Good answer. We'll come back to that. How about you, Collin?
You know, it's actually funny that you ask because we don't really hear about Wyoming every day. It's kind of like Pluto. Like, we know it's there somewhere floating around, but we don't really hear about it. You know, it's known as a dwarf planet.
For sure.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know about Wyoming. It's kind of one of those things that just lives in the back of all of our minds, rent free. I don't know.
Right. What about you, Everett?
Yeah, unlike Wyoming, Pluto actually matters to some people. I don't think there's much to say about it. There's not much known information about it because it is, of course, a conspiracy theory. There's no solid evidence of Wyoming being a place other than them claiming to have a national animal, quote unquote. You know, a buffalo is closely related to a bull, which is the load of crap that Wyoming would be if it were real, of course.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I totally see where you're coming from. So, touching on your last comment, I wanted to bring the idea up to you guys that maybe Wyoming isn't real.
I couldn't agree more with you. And actually, I've been sick of people saying, Wyoming's a place. Oh, my friend lives in Wyoming. I got my dog from Wyoming. I lost my $100 bill in Wyoming. I'm just sick of it. There's no possible way, and I feel like it needs to stop now. I'm getting tired of it.
You're right. I totally agree with you. So, my personal viewpoint on this is that I don't know anybody from Wyoming, so it's not real. You know, like, I feel like if I were to drive my car, like, out west, I feel like if I were to just, like, go up past Colorado, I'd just end up in South Dakota. Like, have you ever seen a street sign that says, "Welcome to Wyoming"? Have you ever seen, like a road sign that's just, like, Wyoming state limits? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like that out there.
Absolutely. And it's funny because you'd think that there would be some kind of evidence pointing to Wyoming being a legitimate place. Even the fact that it's been recognized as part of the 50 states here in the United States of America, there still isn't really much to go off of. You know, I will say this, Wyoming is a little bit traumatizing for me. My cousin, he got lost there in the woods.
Really?
Yeah, they never found him either. It was very scary, very traumatizing. I was befuddled when I heard the news over the 9 o'clock news on Tuesday. It was, I couldn't believe it. It was truly sad.
I'm very sorry about that. It's really brave of you to share that. Thank you. I'm sure a lot of people will be helped by that. A lot of our listeners, you know, especially, will find some vindication in that. I really appreciate you saying that, man. Everett, do you have anything else to add on the topic of Wyoming?
Not much. I just want to point out the fact that if that didn't make you despise the thought of Wyoming being a real place, then I'm not sure what will.
I absolutely agree. So let's expand on that because we have a few minutes left. Are there any other states that could possibly be real, could possibly not be real?
A few moments ago, Sarah, I heard you mention South Dakota, and I agree with you. South Dakota is very much real, very much legitimate. However, it's North Dakota that I have a really big quarrel with. Honestly, I'm willing to go to war with North Dakota right now. I feel like that state has gone on, their schemes, everything, it's gone on for too long, and I'm ready for it to end. So you know what? Curse North Dakota.
I had no idea you felt so strongly about that. Everett, how do you feel about North Dakota?
I agree with him 100%. I stand behind him. As someone who's not from North Dakota nor have any connection to North Dakota, I can safely say that I do not support North Dakota.
Right.
It just seems like a very strange place. You know, my cousin actually got into a fist fight with a turtle over a bacon cheese sandwich in North Dakota, and I've never been able to look at it the same as I did before. You know, it's just really hurtful to think about. You know, lots of bad memories and trauma from that place, man.
That's understandable. Thank you for sharing. All right, guys, we are out of time for this episode. You guys are so amazing for sharing your stories and sharing your viewpoints. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sarah. We really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, of course, Sarah. You have a wonderful, rest of your day, of course.
Thank you once again, everyone, so much for listening in to the Funny Business Podcast. All music in this podcast is provided by PremiumBeats.com. We will catch you next time.